Today we're going to talk about that big eye because I know I have a big eye, so we may as well talk about it because I don't want y'all watching these videos be like, oh, he have a big eye. Don't feel sorry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left your ass. Let me tell you something. What you gonna do? See, the thing is, it's strange because I be trying to tell y'all, shit, I'm almost legal. But when I put these on, they have the rings around it. So if I have this on, my eyes are perfect. But baby, when I take that off, this motherfucker be like, I could see the movie before it ends, even if it just came out with this one. This one be on the regular movie time. This motherfucker be all the way at the credits. You big nosy ass eye. You know, Diana Ross got the big eye too. I saw her on Ed Sullivan in that motherfucker eye. And I said, I got one too. And I said, well, what we gonna do, honey? We just got to work the eye. You got to work what you have in this world. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. If you don't give a damn, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Whatever you have, everybody has something that to society is not acceptable. Now, for me, I don't give a fuck because this eye ain't stopped me from getting not nan thing. But I didn't get the eye until later in life. I didn't always have the eye. Hello, Queen. What up? Oh, what's up, boo? How are you? So we're talking about my one big eye. I know when y'all see these videos, y'all be seeing one regular eye and that other one be a cyclops. I'm trying to tell you, because I didn't get the big eye until I got older. And what it is I finally made it. Yes, I'm blessed. How are you? I am excellent. Thank you so much. Yes, you made it, boo. And I'm so glad that we're here live together. Listen, if you guys, if you can, go to my Facebook and go to Mario Ramon on Facebook. I'm gonna have a lot. Oh, actually, go to Mario Ramon live on Facebook. I'm going to have a live conversation tomorrow. And I posted on my Facebook. So if you go there, it's a picture of me trying to look sexy and shit. You know, I got to try. You know, funny men aren't sexy. But we a freak in the bed. Now I'm going to look at, you better tell somebody. All right, but it's a picture with me doing something like this. Just giving it to the people. So that's my Facebook page. So go there and I'll accept you, and then you'll be able to keep up with different things that I'm going to be doing. And now that they're opening up the city, I'm going to do outdoor venues for comedy. I'm not going to go indoors because you know what I'm saying? Because I've had a couple of the invitations and I was like, the devil is a lie. Yes, funny men are sexy. Funny men are sexy when they start making a lot of money. Okay. You said, okay, okay, yeah. Funny men are sexy when they start making a lot of money because if you look, God knows I don't mean no harm and I don't want him to come after me because he gonna come for my eye if I say something. But Eddie Murphy, for instance, he was just like a regular guy. But then after he made that Saturday Night Live money towards the end and that Jumpin' Jack Flash money, he started being sexy. And who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, my mom is on this one. Hey, I was trying to tell everybody, hey, baby, how are you? I love you. My mother said, hey, baby, that's my girl. So listen, I was trying, but don't be taking over now. Just listen. Don't be writing all that stuff all fast, doing the Matrix on me. I love you, but I know you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a Benadryl. Okay, drink this. Oh, what's this, Suge? Okay, so listen, we was talking about, I know you laughing. I know you laughing. I'm glad I put a laugh on your face. But listen, I was trying to say how funny men aren't sexy. And then until they started making money. And I said Eddie Murphy was regular Eddie Murphy. If Eddie Murphy was making $30,000 a year, you would not talk to him. And it's when he started making that Jumpin' Jack Flash money, he started buying them raw suits, you know, with the two-piece leather and then it'll pump your booty up and give you a bulge and all that. He knew what to do, and he gave you the shoulders and all that. He knew what he was doing because he had the money to get it. But regular Levi's, we would, mm-mm. But that's a whole lot of people. Like, just a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? God knows I don't mean no harm when I say it, but most comedians, they're sexy when they have the money. And then also, I'm going to tell you what else makes comedians sexy. Comedians are super intelligent because you have to be well versed on multiple topics. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know, and you have to know what the hell you're talking about. You know, at least be in the vicinity, because like I like Wendy, but she just gets like Alzheimer's in the middle of most of her when she's doing topics, she just be forgetting and saying Janet Jackson was in the Jackson 5 and saying Michael Jackson and Prince did a whole album together. She'll be like, remember when Michael Jackson and Prince did an album together? And then that poor baby in the back, he just always corrected her. He'd be like, no, it wasn't Michael or Prince, Wendy. Poor Norman. His job is tedious. I'm like, Wendy always be act like she sipped a little gin. I ain't saying she did, but I say she act like it now. Go on, sit down on it. Okay, so let me see what the comments said. I'm trying to see. Here they are. All right, you said, well, he sure wouldn't have had 10 kids, that's for sure. Oh, Eddie Murphy. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy and Nicole Murphy. Oh my gosh, she is so. If you Google beautiful, her picture will show up. That body is still phenomenal to this day. She's a baby making factory. But her six pack has a six pack. Nicole Murphy, she ain't never played with y'all to this day. That bitch is a Kasha. She is a vampire. She came over here on the slave ship, and she still looks the same. I'm not worried about half that shit y'all talk about. I so love my baby. Aww. You say I so love my baby. He looks pregnant on the new Coming to America. Now you know you could throw some subtle shade. Ooh. When I tell you the shade of it all. No, don't have me getting in trouble. Shit, I got to be at the comedy club, so I don't want nobody jumping me. Especially Eddie. You said Wendy be sleeping on live TV. So, but Wendy, you know what I'm saying. So, Wendy, at a certain point, I think you get where you just don't practice and anymore. Even certain artists, you're just not hungry for it anymore. You've been doing it for 10, 20, 30 years. Remember how gun ho you were? Oh my God, I'm gun ho for my job. And then after a while, you just like, oh, tell them I'm at lunch, honey. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Unless you really, really love what it is you're doing, and you really love, conveying whatever it is you're saying to people. Like for me, I love what it is I'm doing, and so talking about tonight. Hey, what's going on? We're talking about a plethora of things, but right now we're talking about Wendy Williams, and I feel that she doesn't practice anymore because, I feel that she's been in the game for 30 years, and when you're in the game for 30 years, you don't do your homework and your due diligence, and in order to convey it to us and know what you're talking about and not mess up. It's no different than Beyonce when she gets older. Just say Beyonce, she's hitting there, but just say Beyonce is in the business for 30 years. She may not practice like she did when she was years ago, but she may because that is her work ethic. I don't think Wendy has that same work ethic. She's like, just tell me who it is, and I'll talk about their ass. Who is it? Gwyneth Paltrow. What don't we like about her? And then he'll be like, well, she named her baby Apple. Yeah, that's stupid. Tell me more. And she's in a movie. Yeah, I never liked her. Tell me more. And then the poor guy, Norman. And so I just, and then she just gets it all wrong. Instead of like for me, when I do, I have when I tell you I have so many notes, I'll have notes and notes and notes and notes and notes. And then that way I'm not frazzled and I'm able to do a clean and crisp translation. And then I can put my own thing in it and I'm comfortable with it. But I do have a certain process with it as well. When I see something that's associated with something, like, for instance, when I was doing my review on the have and the have nots, because each review is different. I do it a specific way for each review, if you will. Wendy has worked enough. She thinks she can sit back. Okay, but not if you're still on a major network and yeah. It's time to work harder. It's time to work harder. Okay, so listen. I mean, be the best. If you're going to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. If you're on there for 40 years, if you're on there for 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, do it. If you don't want to do it, then leave. Everybody, that's everybody. If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to be Michael Jordan, then, retire. I just want to let y'all know I am hood like Hallie Robinson Pete. I got a teacup and a straw. Allegedly, and that is a joke because Hallie Robinson is anything but hood. How dare Sharon Stone say that? Hallie Robinson Pete, she's been married to her husband for 540 years. They have 1,100 children. You ain't never in your life, and they live here right here in California, right up the hill. I'm talking on the Hollywood Hills. You've never heard about her children drunk and drug out at any club, bar, or restaurant. You never heard about her or her husband even having a spat at a Target parking lot. You ain't heard shit about them. How dare you say this working lady is hood? Hallie Robinson, number one, came from money. She went to private school with Robin Givens. They were classmates in high school. Then she did 21 Jump Street. She went straight from high school making money. Then she did Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and she married a football player. How are you gonna say this? Yes, honey, you ain't heard about shit about Hallie Robinson Peete. She paid her taxes on time. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't heard shit about Hallie Robinson Peete. Y'all don't know where her CVS is. You don't know if she gets her nails done or if she does her nails herself. You don't know a damn thing about Hallie Robinson Peete or her children. And for her to say that, and then not only that, when Kelly Osbourne was on The View, and they were talking about the wall. She was like, "Oh no, don't build the wall. Let them come over," or whatever she was trying to insinuate. She said, "Let them come over. Who's gonna clean our toilets?" Bitch. I was like, I just would have thrown a brick. I just would have said, "Let there be brick," and then there's a brick, honey. Just let it fall from the sky, and so wham, the brick from one of them from that wall. May I have a brick from the wall, Lord? I thank you. Ask and you will receive. What do you need a brick for? So wham! Ouch! That hurt. The fuck did you just say? You just walking around here. You and your mama just walking around here saying what you want to say and talk how you want to talk to the people, honey. Honey, since you and Pierce are friends, honey, go back and be his neighbor. Go, honey. What in the name? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Mm-mm. The devil is a lie. You are not about to sit here. And Whoopi Goldberg, she almost pulled one of her locks off and strangled that bitch, honey. What did you say? I can't breathe, Whoopi. That's the point, bitch. You ain't never been killed with a lock. What? Bitch. I'm just saying. That's crazy. I don't want to do too much violence. But shit. Now, It's funny. It's comedy. Go on, sit down on it, honey. Go on and yeah. Okay. And then Kirk Franklin going ballistic on his son. But you know what? They both wrong. Everybody said, I'm not mad at Kirk. And you don't have to be mad at Kirk. But I just don't know. I just want to say this. I pray that God never gets as mad at us as Kirk got mad at his son. Because we will be in trouble. If God called us what he called his son, and if you are practicing what you preach, you should never ever let nobody get you there. I'm not trying to be fun. Even if it's I don't know. The reason why I guess I'm so tough is because the church folk are tough on people. You know what I'm saying? And then behind closed doors, they do whatever it is they do. That tells me behind closed doors, you feel comfortable with this. Like he knew exactly how to, because it was not anything proper. It wasn't like, I'll kick your ass. I'll beat your ass if you come over here. He said, you mother, you low down. I mean, the mouth, everything. I know he was giving you snake charming neck. I can hear it in the phone. He gave you Stevie Wonder, bitch. You give you Stevie Wonder. He talked to his son the way he needed to be talked to. But then what you wrong is you recorded it. And I guarantee you, at least $500. I bet you at least $500. His son egged him on, knowing he was going to record it. And he egged him on because he knows how he can hit his dad's spots. You know, little demons know how they can hit your spot. That's why you gotta cover them in the blood of Jesus and get your oil, honey, and just sprinkle it on them, honey. Go on! Get out of here, you demon! Yes, your children know how to push your buttons, and parents know how to push their children's buttons. They know each other. They're part of each other. So they know how to push each other's buttons. He was like, watch this. Whoever he was on the side of that car with, watch my dad flip the fuck out. I'm gonna talk to him. Watch this. Hello. What you doing, punk motherfucker? What the fuck did you just call me? Start recording. What the fuck did you just call me? See? It can happen that quick. And of course, he's gonna talk to you in the way you need to be talked to, if you doing that. And he's put you through. You grew up privileged, more privileged than he did. Went to school. You had opportunities, all the good clothes, the cars, all that shit. And you gonna talk to me out my name? Oh yeah, I will choke your ass with one of Whoopi Goldberg's braids. Whoopi, can I borrow one of your braids? Another lock? Sure. Here, I thought you never asked. Right. Choke that motherfucker out with that lock. We ain't got time for this. You said, oh, wait, honey. You said Holly's son was smoking. He was smoking weed somewhere. Ooh. You need to start watching the covering of The Bachelor's. Watch. You need to start watching and covering The Bachelor because the drama is crazy. Okay, and then the housewives. Okay, I agree. Both wrong. Yeah, they were both wrong. Now Kirk, he's a father. That's his business. Kids take. Okay. I already have a show that we're doing tomorrow about it. But yeah, I already know. Kirk pulled his lace front wig off and lit a Newport, honey. He was like, "Hold on, let me talk to this bitch." And his wife was like, "Are you smoking a cigarette?" Yes. Shit. Gone back in the room. I don't want that cigarette smoke in my house. Gone back in the room. Okay, you heard me down here talking to my son now, but I don't think she wouldn't have that. Honey, she'll learn how to fly a helicopter just so she can slam it into the house and know where in the room where he gonna be at. It'll be a murder suicide. He talked to his wife like that. They'd be like, "Ma'am, you learned how to fly it, but you never got landing lessons, honey. It's okay." He done lost his damn mind talking to me like that. You said I am shook by how the black community is behind Kirk talking to his son like that. I was disappointed. Okay, so this is the thing. Like I said, in church, everybody can judge you. Everybody's Judge Judy at church, and depending on your, I'm talking about where when you're Baptist, Southern Baptist, Pentecostal, some churches, you have to stand before the church and repent your sins. Excuse me, this is a cult. When they cut their face, yeah, bitch, we want blood, honey. You gotta do what? Cause this the tea. We don't know what Pastor doing. He ain't confessing his sins, honey. A man too. He gotta go. He gotta go right to the grocery store like we do. And if you gotta go to a grocery store like we do, and you gotta find parking like we do. You're a regular man. Can you walk on water or breathe under it? Now, I respect your hustle, being a man of the cloth, and you're the vessel of the word is coming through. But you just got a job, just like I got a job. And your job is not to be a judge, it's to spread the word. Okay? So that's why a lot of people don't even feel comfortable. I feel that a church is like a hospital. And you don't need the people who at a hospital. Do healthy people go to a hospital? No. Unhealthy people go to a hospital to get made healthy. So it's a spiritual hospital. So people who are already, they can be the nurses and, the assistants of the pastor, the people who got it going on, the people, the congregation in church, just like in a hospital. But you need people that are broke down to come to church so you can rejuvenate their spirit. People have been beat up and brought down and lied on and stole from, cussed out by their own parents, vice versa. People's spirits are low. So when you go to church, you start judging instead of helping. That's what I can't get down with. That's why I say I am more spiritual than religious. Religious. All day, every day. I pray about 400 times a day, and that is no lie. When I go to sleep, when I wake up, and while I'm in the twilight sleep, before I eat, traveling mercies, coming home mercies, come praying for my family at least 40,000 times a day. A day. There are people who are religious, put that Bible down, and it's going to be right there in a week when they go back to church. Go on and sit down on it. Go! Go! Get away. See? And pastor, yeah, and you shouldn't do this. And you shouldn't do that. And he looking while everybody else in there. I need y'all to turn to Matthew. And he looking at us on. I ain't got time for that. I ain't saying everybody, but it does happen. You confess your sins from the congregation. And the tea is, it always comes out. It always comes out in the wash. It comes out in the wash. If somebody who they even perceive is same gender loving, homosexual, gay, however you want to say it, because it's the tea. There are a lot of people who people say are gay because they may be feminine acting, but aren't there people who are masculine acting, who are gay. So just because you act away doesn't mean you are. It just means that you may have grown up with grandmothers, mothers, aunties. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have male figures, so they have mannerisms because that's what they see in your mind. Okay, so I say that, and then they never, had intercourse with a man, so they're not gay until you have intercourse with a man. But the church will, then they'll change. They were supposed to talk about one thing, and then they'll see the gay person walk in. Okay, let me preach on that so he'll know that's wrong. Don't attack me when I come to your house, motherfucker. I mean no harm. If I come to your house, don't be like, sit your ass down. I feel attacked. I can go home. Mm-mm. And that's why people go home and they never come back. That's why people don't go to church. Because then they be doing all that. And then nobody preaching about just different things, everything. If the pastor is on his second wife, one time you married, that's it. Ain't no divorce. And if you get a divorce, you're never supposed to be married again. Ain't nobody judging you. And you are at least 175 pounds overweight. Gluttony is a sin. And the way I look at it, let me just tell you this, and I ain't trying to go against the Bible or nothing like that, but the way I look at it, if homosexuality was so horrible, wouldn't it be one of the commandments? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm looking at you, look at me. I'm looking at you, look at me. And another thing, the book is wrote by too many people. I like what's in the red because that's what Jesus said. I don't want to do the book of Matthew, the book of Job, Ezekiel, and Jacob, all these people. I don't know they people. I do not know your people. Because everybody's going to, if you see a car accident, three people going to give three different renditions. So Jacob's rendition might be like seafood, you ain't supposed to eat shellfish because he allergic to shellfish. So that's what he going to write in his book. Shellfish is against the land, so and so and so and so. Why is shellfish against the land if it's seafood? And it's flat next to the salmon, the perch, and all that stuff, honey. I'm just asking a question for me. I'm not asking for a friend. I'm asking for me. You said not second wife. I was raised Catholic, so I know what you're saying. Yes. Well, I gotta confess my sins. I'm not saying your priest was, but I'm just saying I gotta confess my sins to somebody who just molested a child. That doesn't make sense to me. Or somebody that's a pastor that's sleeping with three ladies in the church and one of their daughters. And I'm walking in here and I ain't hiding, so he doing two. He's doing adultery, sex, and lying. I'm doing my one. And I'm not lying. So I ain't even got the lying on it. I'm just being me. And you're gonna judge me for being me and you got three behind you, player? You got three teardrops if you were in jail. I ain't got time for that. And then they always talk about homosexual, but it's okay when it's a benefit if the homosexual is talented and he can play that organ or he can play the drums, honey, or he knows how to get that choir into shape. It's okay. Because you're a benefit to me. This is an organization, and don't you forget that. I only read the gospel proverbs. Some, so I feel you. Yeah, they be alcoholics. And so this is the thing. You know why they're alcoholics? Because they're not being real. This would be tea. If there was a pastor who, Leandria Johnson, period. Period. That's exactly what, the person I was going to describe is Leandria Johnson. She's anointed. She's a regular person. I don't give a daggone how many millions she made. Leandria is real. She's like, look, I do shots of tequila sometimes. Now, it's the 16 shots after it, Leandria. That's the issue. But I love it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't be fake to me. Be real to me. That lady is real. And you could see it in her face, her eyes, her mouth, her voice, the way she said, all, everything. Everything. Am I lying? Hey, what's going on? But Leandria Johnson is a perfect example because she'll curse sometimes. Don't make, but her when she sings, it comes from it's anointed. It's definitely anointed, and I like her. I like her word. I like her word because she's not trying to act perfect. She never told you she was perfect. She don't care. She one time I saw Leandria singing, and I know she's a gospel singer, and she just got finished singing. She turned to the side and she was pregnant, and I knew she wasn't married. I was like, is she up there singing with the baby? Even I start acting like church folk. Then because I was trained being in a church. Seriously, you know she ain't supposed to be having no baby out of wedlock. Of course she's not. But I like her being a G. I'm not saying because then they'll be like the church will say she's promoting you know sex out of wedlock and children because the church is very organized and I get it, and it is supposed to be structured and a part of God's structure, and everything has to be structured. But all I'm saying is the people that are supposed to be held accountable in a higher light aren't any more special than us, and they make mistakes, as you can see, and I think they hide who they really are. And in your opinion, or as in your words, you say that a lot of pastors are alcoholics, and I think that may be because they have to hide and be who they are at home alone. And it's probably a lonely life because they can't let a lot of people into their real life because then they'll see who they really are and the word will get out. So get your circle has to be small. Larry Reed? No, I've never listened to Larry Reed before. Um, I don't think I've listened to Larry Reed, but I'm gonna take a snapshot, guys, so I can look at Larry Reed. I'm taking a snapshot so I can remember because they will disappear. They'll disappear, yeah. And the funny thing, let's get back to Sharon Osbourne. Back to you. Look, back at one. She apologized to the public. She didn't apologize to Cheryl. How freaking insincere. And I if Sharon drove up to her house and saw her pet sitter speaking to her fucking Pomeranian like that, she would go haywire. Don't you fucking talk to my dog like that! Come here, Pookie, Pookie, Pookie. Oh, Pookie, how'd she talk to you like that? Pookie be all like this. Don't you fucking talk to my dog. You get the fuck off of my property. Who gonna check me, boo? I said what I said. Do you agree? She wouldn't let her dog sitter talk to her fucking pet like the way she talked to Cheryl Underwood. And that was undertone right there. You know, you can read under that shit. I don't need no motherfucking body to tell me what it is. You know how the police be like, oh, that was a crime of passion. They stabbed her 32 times. That was a crime of passion, bitch. Water is wet. 2 + 2 is 4. When you put 2 + 2 together, she was talking to her like, bitch, you ain't shit to me. I don't give a fuck cause your mama watching. Or your favorite auntie, your grandmama, nothing. I will talk to them like this. That is exactly how I felt she was talking. I was like, she made me clutch my imaginary pearls. I literally had never. Honestly, I had never. And I pray I never do again. I pray that no one ever speaks to me like that. And I never want to ever speak to anyone like that, ever. Because, like I was saying, on national TV, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that on national TV. I don't want nobody doing that to me on national TV. Because I don't never want nobody to film me murder a bitch. I'm just saying. I'd be like, Whoopi, Breed, I need your luck. She gonna be like, God damn you begging bitch. I'm gonna be bald headed. Whoopi, please give me one last one. I just need one last lock. Damn, now I look like you. Here. Damn, God. Thank you, Whoopi. Larry Reed YouTube channel. Okay. Laugh out loud. Clutching imaginary pearls. You said I do that too. I mean, and then you got to do, it's a whole choreography, just like a Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation. You got to clutch the pearls, lean back, and tilt your head. Like, what is going on? All right, guys. Well, listen. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. God bless you. Oh, my goodness. We had some fun. I hope I didn't go too far. It wasn't my intentions, but you know. All right, guys. See you later. God bless you. Peace.